Hello, sports fans! Welcome to our 5th episode of the Anton and Ted Weekend Sports Review. I am Anton Kivmaggie. And I am joined by my co-host and transition coordinator, Ted Pinto. Today we will be breaking down this weekend's divisional matches in the NFL.
Game 1, Anton, brought us the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. We had Allen versus your guy, Bo Nix. Allen, going to the game, Allen's been a one-man show, and he hasn't gotten a lot of help up in Buffalo. We also thought that going into the game, Bo Nix was going to have a tough time scoring. But there's a reason why they played the game. Going into the weekend, it's known that the Bills have a bad run defense, and they were going to be facing up a good Denver run game. We also have some predictions going into the game. Anton thought the Broncos were going to win in a tight game, and since I root for whoever you root for, I also picked that the Broncos were going to win in a tight game. Anton, tell us what happened.
The Broncos beat the Bills 33-30. Bo Nix had a 26 of 46 passing day for 279 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Josh Allen had a 2 of 23 passing day for 283 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ted, set us up for Game 2.
All right. Game 2 featured the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Going into the game, 49ers were all banged up, and they were being held together by a single piece of duct tape. 49ers, we know, have a low-scoring offense. We're probably going to face a lot of blitzes due to their tough time scoring. We knew that Seattle had a good defense, but the question of the weekend was going to be if San Francisco was going to have a chance, could they get to Sam Darnold? We suggested that Seattle was probably going to win. I thought that Seattle was going to win by 10, and then you changed your mind up at the end and said that San Francisco was going to win in a squeaker. What really happened?
The Seahawks beat the 49ers 41-6. Sam Darnold had a 12 of 17 passing day for 124 yards and a touchdown, while Brock Purdy had a 15 of 27 passing day for 140 yards and no touchdowns. Ted, set us up for Game 3.
Game 3, it really hurts my heart, Anton. We had my Chicago Bears playing the Los Angeles Rams. We all know how it ended, but we'll talk to you in a second about that. Going into the weekend, we thought that Chicago got really lucky playing Green Bay. They should not have won that game. We were wondering if the Bears could slow down Stafford and Nakua in their awesome passing game. One of the things we were scared about was that the Bears had one of the worst passing defenses. They ranked 22 going into the weekend. And we all know that Los Angeles Rams have a great passing game. One of the questions that we had, if the Bears were going to have a chance of winning, could the cold weather help them since it was a high of 20 in Chicago all weekend? Anton, what happened in the game?
The Bears lost to the Rams in overtime. 20-17. Caleb Williams had a 23 of 42 passing day for 257 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Matthew Stafford had a 20 of 42 passing day for 258 yards and no touchdowns. Ted, set us up for Game 4.
Game 4 featured the Houston Texans and New England Patriots, or as some people say, us Yankee fans, the Red Sox with helmets. Going into the game, the Texans had the best overall defense. And we knew that the Pats might have had a tough time scoring because they had such a tough time against the San Diego Chargers. The biggest question going into the game for the weekend was which C.J. Stroud was Houston going to get? The week before, he couldn't handle the pressure and was turning the ball all over. Couldn't even handle the snaps from the center. And, well, the same thing happened again this weekend. He was a complete mess, turnover city. Anton, why don't you tell us what happened?
The Texans lost to the Patriots by a score of 28-16. C.J. Stroud had a 20 of 47 passing day for 212 yards and 1 touchdown, while Drake May for New England had a 16 of 27 passing day for 179 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. This leads to next week's championships, with the winners going to the Super Bowl. Next week's matchups include Denver versus New England and Seahawks versus Rams. This concludes this episode of the Anton and Ted Weekend Sports Review. I would like to thank all of you for listening. I would also like to thank our amazing audience that attended. This is Anton Kivmaggie signing off.